Welcome to Moral Courage at Night with your host, Pete Castillo.
Welcome to Moral Courage at Night. I'm your host, Pete Castillo. This episode, we may have many special guests who will be featured later on, but right now, please welcome Mark Twain.
Greetings, Mr. Castillo. I'm very thrilled to be your guest on your show today.
Please call me Pete.
So you don't even drink
It
it.
seems we have a call, folks.
And I didn't even put...
I'm truly sorry, Pete. I will be unable to attend your broadcast today due to a busy schedule information.
It's alright. We have enough people in the building today anyways. We don't need you. Enough with that. Now back to you, Mark. Now tell us exactly what is moral courage and how moral cowardice and how do you demonstrate it.
Well, in my article, The United States of Lyncherdom, I talk about moral courage and moral cowardice. I believe what true moral cowardice is when a man's commonest weakness.
English, please, Mr. Twain.
Indeed, Mr. Castillo. So, when a man's commonest weakness, his aversion to being unpleasantly conspicuous, pointed at, shunned at, being on the unpopular side.
Well, I'm truly sorry, Mr. Twain, but we are all out of time. We'll see you after the break with our next special guest, Katniss Everdeen. So get out of here.
Now,
And we're back. Now please welcome Katniss Everdeen. Thank you. Well, this is from Katniss Everdeen. And it says, oh, sorry, folks. So hear what it said. Oh.
go.
Dear Pete, I'm very sorry that I was unable to attend your show, but I was able to send this letter. I think I represent moral courage in many unique ways. But as I said previously during the rebellion against the Capitol and President Snow, by having no work, grief buries, all that keeps me going is coined promises that I can still kill Snow. And when that's done, nothing will be left. You can read my autobiography on the story of my life entitled The Mockingjay. Sincerely, Katniss Everdeen. That's all for us now, folks. Be sure to stay tuned in after this break. Welcome back again, folks. Please give a big round of applause for our next special guest, Rosa Parks.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Very well. Would you like me to explain how I represent moral courage?
Nah, that's why I'm here. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Go on, go ahead.
Well, Mr. Castillo, many of you probably already know my story of when I stuck up to a white man when he tried to take my rights away from me and kick me off my seat just so he could take my spot.
So how exactly do you represent moral courage?
I was arrested for sticking up to the man but fighting for what I believe is a way of life in my book. The bus was among the first way I realized there was a black world and a white world and not everyone would be on the side of equality for both sides.
Interesting.
Ugh.
Thanks, people. We have a few more special guests coming up right after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We still have two more special guests in the building, but for now, we have Alejandra and Chet in the building. It is great having you today with us. So I understand you're a human rights defender.
Yes, I.
That's enough of you today.
Excuse me?
Uh,
Excuse Pete. Can I explain myself now? I'm getting tired of your act, so are we going to get to the point or not? Because I do not find any of this nonsense funny at all.
someone is feisty.
I am just getting tired of your act.
Well, how exactly do you represent moral courage against all those mine workers?
Finally, I believe I demonstrated it by simply showing the mine worker what's right they deserve. But first off, I'm human rights defender in Mexico City, in which I defend people's rights. In this case, it is the mine workers. I defend them because the water they receive is very non-consumable for humans, which is very unfair for them.
Very interesting, Alejandra. Anything else we need to know?
I was also threatened to be raped and killed. That's how my dad died. Well, if you ever need a great human rights lawyer, give me a call at 1-888.
No. Get out now. No shout outs will be provided on my show.
378-0841, and also watch my
Security?
short documentary video on YouTube called Facing Death Threats in Mexico.
Please get out.
As human rights defender on the Moral Code
Get
chat.
Sheesh. That woman. Why did I even invite her? Anyways, folks, be here. Just tune in after the short break. We'll choose our last special guest. Welcome back, folks, to Moral Courage at Night. Now, our last and final guest is a person that I think represents the definition of moral courage the most of all, out of all our guests tonight. Everyone give a round of applause for Atticus.
Thank you all very much. I'm grateful to be here tonight.
Yeah, enough with the jibber jabber. Now spell out the good deeds.
Okay then, well, I feel I represent moral courage the most out of all tonight because I stood up to a mob with more than 10 men, and having my life on a line for someone else is very brave and gusty.
So how exactly did you stop them?
Well, I stood in front of my client, Tom Robinson, jail cell because I heard rumors of a mob planning on attacking and murdering the man for being accused of rape, although I truly know he did not do such things.
Hello?
Hey, Pete, sorry, my telephone got suspended earlier. What were you trying to tell me?
Okay.
You can't hear him, Jimmy.
Hey, sorry, my telephone lost reception earlier.
It's okay. So what were you trying to tell me? What were you trying to do?
Now,
How do you represent moral courage?
Well, I personally believe I truly represent moral courage since I stand up for equality for all citizens by protesting, lecturing, and giving speeches. Although many people agree with my arguments, many people also don't. I've been threatened, had my home burned down, and shot and stabbed, but still push forward and fight.
Well, you're a true inspiration, my friend. Alright, talk to you later.
Hold on, man. I ain't finished. If any of you in the audience wants to refer to one of my speeches in which I say in my sermon, but if not, though things go wrong, though evil is temporarily triumphant, I'm gonna believe anyway, and I'm gonna have faith anyway.
Yeah, okay, bye. Well, thank you, Atticus, for joining us tonight, and thank you all for tuning in to Moral Courage at Night. We'll see you next week. Good night, West Covina.